Welcome back to Living Local TV. Planting without pesticides is the hallmark of Korean natural farming. It's a technique that's attracting the attention of both students and academic researchers in hopes of growing local food production on the Big Island. Kohala's North Shore is one of the most scenic and historic sites on the Big Island, and famous for being the birthplace of King Kamehameha the Great. At the heart of Kohala is the old plantation town of Hawi, where the country is still country and agriculture is king. Many small farms like this have joined a larger movement to help Kohala become more self-sufficient, similar to the days of old Hawaii.
So if we would take our meal and look what's in our plate, 50% of that should come from Kohala. We fish, we hunt, we grow fruits, and we trade. And for myself, I'm 50% there. And it's just getting the youngsters believing that we can also be 50% food sustainable.
David Fuertes is one of the chief ambassadors of agriculture in Kohala. And for more than 30 years, he's been educating students of all ages how to feed themselves through nature by first feeding the land.
I was an agriculture teacher that used a lot of chemicals, and that's the way it was when we grew up in the sugar plantation of Kauai. Everything was about chemicals, and we see it damaging our earth. Natural farming is using what you have around you that's going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit the earth.
Benefits are based on a scientific and environmentally safe method known as Korean natural farming. Fuertes and his team have been trained by Master Cho himself in hopes of passing on their knowledge to the next generation of farmers.
Natural farming isn't some new idea. Hundreds of years ago, they tended to the life of the land all the way down the mountain, and a lot of people were fed and were really healthy.
Students spend their afternoons and even weekends here to work the land while learning valuable lessons in both agriculture and business.
Yeah, this is my pig. I've been raising him since he was like a little toddler, ever since I first started working down here in the farm. Korean natural farming has shown me that it can revitalize what has been lost.
I check out their pigs. There's no smell, there's no flies. They talk about sharing the meat with their neighbors and their family, and I hear feedback from their families that, you know, it's the best pork they've ever had. So here we have our pilot IMO 3 we made a couple weeks ago. You guys remember that? Natural farming really gives the power back to the farmer to care for the health of the land and their families and their animals in ways that are in alignment with nature, in ways that don't use chemicals from outside, in ways that continue to generate greater fertility and greater health for ourselves and our future.
As an alternative to GMOs, students learn the science behind IMOs, or indigenous microorganisms, using only elements found in nature.
Yes, I learned a lot about Korean natural farming. We learned how to make IMOs, we work with animals, and maintain the crops.
This is egg yolk oil. This is really important to me because I can use it on my own animals. I like it because I know what I put into it and what I'm putting on my animals, so then it's not anything bad.
Through a diverse blend of edible ingredients to feed the soil, the farm has reported bigger harvests that are not only healthy, but pretty tasty too.
It's delicious. Yeah, the food here is fantastic. Natural farming can potentially increase the amount of natural constituents in a plant that are beneficial for human health. So really it's good for the crops in terms of nutrients and diminishing pests. And clearly they are effective. It's just we haven't, we don't understand why.
The farm's success has attracted university researchers from MIT. They're currently testing the soil nutrients to study the true effects of Korean natural farming. Professor Kocar hopes his findings will provide real data that could help farmers protect their crops and even increase profits.
Oh, this is awesome, because farmers, it's a risk to try something new. And so seeing some real evidence that this is scientifically based and an excellent way to grow food is, I think, could be really helpful to this being adopted by the larger community of farmers.
What motivates me is when I see kids connect and they enjoy being on the land, and then planting a seed and watching it grow.
Yeah, Uncle David, he's been a big inspiration for people here in the community and for us here, and leading us out here down the farm. And he's in there in the mud, he's in there in the dirt, and you know, it's not just a point fingers job that he does, but he jumps in there with us and leads by example.
For Uncle Dave, it's his way of teaching what it really means to be living local.
Natural farming, you need that diversity. So living local is everyone working together and having good fun and healthy life and good food.
Living local!
Natural farming is definitely the way to go. One bite of the kalo and the kalua and you can taste the difference for sure.
Yes, super ono. So big shout out to Uncle Dave Fuertes. Mahalo for teaching the cake team how to grow food for our future.
Right on.